Hey guys, good morning. Welcome back. It's raining in Seoul, and I know that rain is really important for agriculture because we've been having a few dry years and all the vegetable prices and the produce prices have gone up like so much in the recent times. So I'm really hoping that this weeks and weeks of rain this year is going to help in reducing the consumer prices so that I can eat more fresh veggies and be more healthier. But but raining also means that I have to close all the windows and put on my dehumidifier, which raises the indoor temperature a lot, and yeah, it's not comfortable for me. Also, I went to the hospital yesterday and they changed up my meds, and the doctor said that I could be drowsier than usual. So I put that into consideration when I chose the game I was going to play today. I'm actually playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. It's a reimagining. It's not an upgrade. It's not an added content for the Stanley Parable. They say it's reimagined from from the same devs. So I'm expecting it to be quite different. The original Stanley Parable came out in 2013, and I have been recommended by multiple people that I play the game because it's so damn good. But then I saw that it's been done to death by everybody, so I was hesitant about playing that. And then when I went to buy the Ultra Deluxe, I realized that it also has been done to death by everybody and everybody. So, I was a bit. Uh, I'm not even sure if I'm going to like it. I became a little hesitant. I was interested in playing it because so many people recommended it for me. So I just thought, who the hell cares? If I want to try it, I'm going to try it because I'm not playing for views anymore. I'm not streaming for views anymore. I'm streaming because I like streaming and I like playing games and I want to show you some great games and my point of view in playing really famous games like this might be quite different. Why is my chatbot not working? Why is my chatbot not working? Ah, why is my chatbot not working? Why aren't they? Why is my chatbot not banning these people like immediately? Oh god, I when I get some time after work today, I still have about 10% left because I was really lazy yesterday. I didn't get to finish work. So I'm going to have a really relaxing day after stream today, finishing off the 10% of work, which is the most difficult part. I've left those for last. I'm going to have a look at my chat bot. Okay, the game tells you immediately to set the current time. It's currently 7:22 a.m. I don't know why they can't read from my computer settings. 22. It's gonna be 23, 7:23 soon. So yeah, okay. Confirmed. Hang on. Before we get started, can I just say something? No. Thank you for actually setting the clock both times you booted up the game. Yeah, I've tried setting it up the first time because
One,
you
two,
know
three, go!
just to check.
Baby!
Baby! Hey, see, size baby! Welcome! Perfect timing. I had a feeling it was you. I had a feeling it was you waiting for the intro to be over. I had a feeling. Yeah. I started streaming again because of the quarry. Because Dr. Atropos told me that it was released and I didn't even know it was released. And after I streamed that, I couldn't but could look over my Steam library and realized I had so many games that I wanted to play that I wasn't playing because if I'm not streaming, I rarely ever play games off stream. Aside from the V Rising a few days back, so yeah, I decided, yeah, why not? Let's just stream again and let's not try. Let's just ignore the view count and play the games because I want to play the games. Hey, Angel Knight! Why? Why is Angel Knight timed out? Too many O's? My god. My god. That that is so wrong. That is so wrong. Angel Knight. Angel Knight. 890. Why are there so many Angel Knights? 890. Yeah, let me make you a VIP then. That should make things a bit better. Should. The crime. You do the time for 5 seconds. A lot of people don't take that step seriously. They just leave the clock set at 12 o'clock and call it a day. Yeah, I probably would have if I was playing alone. But you're actually taking the time to set the clock, and I appreciate that. I think it takes a while until the VIP thing shows up. The icon shows up, I think, because yeah, you're supposed to have a pink diamond next to your name, but it's not showing up right now. Well, do I have to press save on something? Yeah, it takes a bit of time. I know because Sice I was on Sice's stream and I got timed out and he made me VIP and actually artist, and it took a bit of time before the changes were inflicted. So yeah. Anyway, I'm playing on controller because I just looked at the screenshots of this game, and it does have controller support, and it looks like it'll be better playing with the controller. So I do have my game on desktop mode, so you might be seeing my mouse from time to time. Please tell me if that's annoying, because I don't. And when I'm focusing on the game, I don't know if my mouse is on the screen, but I am going to be playing with the controller. Okay, so the game thinks that's how I know that you care about this experience, that you're paying attention. I'm going to be playing with. Why? No. No. What? See, I clicked I clicked my mouse wrong. Okay, sorry. I'm so sorry. I was moving my mouse. I was moving my mouse and I accidentally pressed ban on you. God, you unbanned. Oh my god, that's sweaty. Oh my god, I sweated so much. Oh my god. This is what happens when you don't pray to the stream lord. Nothing goes. Tell you what, I'll make you a deal. Okay, I'm back to controller mode. Press A. Oh, I'm so sorry. Since you've been so cooperative, next time you boot up the game. Oh yeah, I wanted to ask you one thing. While you're here, before you go, do you by any chance play a game called Empire Tycoon on your mobile? Just wanted to ask that because I saw an Angel Knight on the leaderboard, and I was wondering if it was you. Yes, since you've been so cooperative, next time you boot up the game and see the screen, just set the clock to your favorite time. Empire Tycoon. I guess not. I guess that means no then. Okay, go ahead. Pick whatever time you want, even if it's not the correct time. You've earned it. Alright, I'll let you get back to the video game now, please. Alright, so it was just another Angel Knight. Okay, and also do tell me if the game is too loud. Now, I don't work in a traditional office, but I do play. I do work on my computer all day, and I'm not sure if I'm going to like this office setting. Yeah, if you can see, the screen on the right, my desk actually has an inception of this actual game screen. I've already looked at all the settings. That, if I need, I'm going to set the audio with the in-game audio. The video, I don't think matters too much. Hey. she is. Zarathustra Rosal. Zarathustra Rosal, welcome. And I think that was too quiet. The Zarathustra. Okay. Crouch. I need to crouch in this game? Oh my god. Oh my god. Too many emotes. So my Nightbot doesn't work when people try to get me to buy viewers, and it works on my VIPs. Oh my god. Oh. Okay, 5 emotes. I know I set my Nightbot to 5 emotes, so just be aware of that, because I'm going to have a total overhaul of my Nightbot after stream, so please bear with me. 5 O's, 5 emotes. Okay. Yeah, stick with 3 for now. Your controls. I got crouch, I've got pause, I've got interact and look and move. Yeah, this is pretty straightforward. I like games with very simple controls. Yeah, 5 is fine. Yeah, I'd probably, my Nightbot will still ban you if still time you out even if you're VIP. Why is Angel Knight still not getting the VIP thing? Anyway, field of view, mouse of sensitivity. I don't care, let's begin the game. The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end. Sounds a bit like my work, and sounds a bit like Roselle's work. And Roselle not only works a never-ending work.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
She also works a
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Hello, cat. I totally forgot about that.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happen.
Yeah, I love
this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time.
Oh, that's
great. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
You still there? Over with your sisters? Sister? Place? Oh, was kind of worried about you because you probably had so much to do. Taking care of a sister who's just come out of surgery. Oh, but yeah, I also hope her recovery goes smoothly too. Whatever surgery it is, if it's surgery, any kind of surgery, it takes a long time to recover, and you also need a caretaker. Like, I'm just worried that it's you, because you have so much going on yourself, and... Okay. Let's try and see my surroundings. My room is 427, and it has a huge 427 on the desk. And I wonder if I get prompts to stuff
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Ah, okay. Her boyfriend's here. He's off work already.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
431 to 436. 431 is there. 432. 433. You know, I didn't mean to like get the Easter egg sort of special achievement by setting the clock. I just wanted to do that because I'm sort of OCD. 4:34, 4:35, 4:36, 4:37. So 10 doors down from me. Is there anything in there? 4:30, locked. 4:29, locked. Nobody's there at all. Big baby
Stanley
size.
went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story.
Oh my god, the
in
narrator's
any way.
creepy. The narrator's commenting on everything I me, the gamer, actually does. I've almost seen a speedrun. I saw a speedrun uploaded. But yeah, maybe you can speedrun the game, except those people have done this game to death. I'm just going to enjoy the game because I've never played the original either. So, and I've been recommended this game so many times, so I'm just going to enjoy it as is. I was told that it was creepy. I was told that you're going to be doing a lot of running around without knowing what to do. So that's going to be fun. I guess it's not like a huge game. I hate Mondays. It's Wednesday, and I hate Wednesdays even more than Mondays. Because it's smack bang in the middle of the week. A lot of people hate Wednesdays. What's your least favorite day of the week? Need that mug. Yeah, I need that mug too. Oh,
when
where
Stanley came to a
infamous
set of
corridor?
2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yeah, I heard that you can replay it and get different endings. Because there are a lot of different endings. I just saw the video titles, and they are titled Through the Garage ending, bad ending, whatever ending, redemption ending. a lot of people hate Mondays. That's like a given, but like a lot of people around me hate Wednesdays because you've already had 3 tiring days and you've still got 2 days to go until the weekend. So left or right? Which door should I take? I know it probably doesn't matter, but I mean, if you know a bit about me, you know which door I'm going to take. Left or right? Look at this! A battery pack for my body. Three, 2, 1. Let's go left. Left is a narrated choice. Right is a proper choice. Really? The door closed behind me! You know, whenever I have a choice, in any game, if I have a choice between right and left, I usually go left. No real reason. I just do. Because I don't like being right. I told you I like dad jokes. Oh my god, what? I know that there could have been something outside the window, but they've just decided to not and leave it white for resources. I know that. They could have one. Okay, so we have a dark meeting.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
I'm trapped in! Let me out! Call 911! FBI! Open up! Sorry, this is supposed to be a chill stream. Alright, let's read. Bi-quarterly post-review. Sounds a lot like the office I used to work at. We had a review for reviews and meetings for meetings. When should we have meetings was the topic of the meetings. We need more or less reviews. 402 plus 405 want to get rid of the death sport portion in the primary review schedule. What kind of a company is this? A dev company? But I think that's a stupid idea. More water coolers, more water cooler heaters. I keep hearing a keyboard behind me and that's creepy. Charts need to be more hip to appeal to teenage demographic. Find teenagers to put in teenage demographic. some sort of child trap. A lot of percentage. Teenagers, size of demographic. Space between the teenagers. Throw something in the ideas bin. 1. No more bins, trash cans. Renaming of the ideas. Firing of me. Ideas bin. Ah, it's a slideshow. What are your dreams for the future? Money. Tips for not getting fired. Talk less. How to solve a dispute with a coworker. Let it ball up inside you. Take it out passive-aggressively on other coworkers. Resent coworkers for not supporting you more. Yeah, that's what I usually do. Using slides to assure employees that everything is okay. Slick blue graphic in the header. That's PowerPoint default, I think. Everyone is unique. You most of all. I know. I'm very, very unique. Yay. Number of slides on this. Charts and slides. This looks like the first ever PowerPoint presentation that I had to make when I was in freshman at college. Rate at which charts on the same slide to pick the same information. Rate of increase in graphs per slide. Please, no more charts. Please, I'm begging. Stop. The boss appreciation minute. Circle the top 20 things you love most about your boss. I'll circle the full stop 20 times. Solving interpersonal conflict. Okay. 2 people start a fight and right now you're both of them. How did you know? Okay. What's on the whiteboard? What do people want? Things. Happy feelings. Violet James, you are fired. Money, more money. Things, but with money to buy more things. Graphs about things and money. The stock market is somewhere here. Colored in segment. Crying emoji. Stripes requires more secondary research. What is not? Profits. Telephone directory. That might be important, but I can't take it. Fine. As soon as I go through that door, it's going to be closed. So I'm going to look at everything today. Is this another I Hate Mondays mug? Yes, it is. Everybody has an I Hate Mondays mug. Except me. I don't have one. I need an I Hate Wednesdays mug. Meeting room, floor 4X. Meeting schedule. Today's Wednesday for me. Office. Financial panic meeting. IT department. We're broke Wednesday. Mergers. Okay, so basically, they're setting the setting for a really inefficient work for nothing paycheck lupanging, that's what we call it in Korea. Paycheck stealing office. Boring office. Targets. Get Chris out of the broom closet. Okay. Hire someone to synergize papers. Right. Tomorrow. Complete today's unfinished agenda items. Fine. To do, synergize core value, expenditures, shift global market, monetize, free to play. Okay, so they are sort of a game dev company. Yeah, of course that's gonna close. Next time, I'm going to try going back as soon as the door starts to close. Is there anything in the walls? I'm hearing something. Room closet! Get Chris out of the broom closet.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Really? But the door that I was supposed to go into is locked. No, it isn't. That's the door I just came out of. Okay. I'm going to try this.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's
that
office.
doesn't work. I was trying to see if I can jump out. Okay, up or down? Up or down? I should have a streamer mode for you guys to vote. Up or down? 5, 4. You said up? Okay, I'm going down. If he said up, I'm going down. Ah, that place looks a little scary. Not gonna lie. Looks like a basement. Nothing in the corners. Wait a minute. There's a suspiciously white paper. Alright, never mind. Maybe that door's gonna close and I'm trying to get back into it.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during
Go
work
up
hours.
to the boss's
he might
office.
be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations.
Like?
For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it.
What was it?
I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid.
No, maybe.
So he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner.
Has some sort of
Why
perception
is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life.
Wait a minute.
Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one.
All right, I'll keep running.
Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment and my wife and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
I'm not okay. He's not okay. He's definitely seen things.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Nice. It's black.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Excuse me?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other.
Excuse me,
She
Mariella?
arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself,
See,
and then
I
collapsed
kind of
dead
knew
on the
this was
sidewalk.
coming.
And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew.
Let's
Everyone
call
knows
that
what
a
crazy
mental
people look
disorder.
like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and
went
what
into
isn't.
psychosis and
It was comforting to
imagine
think
that
this,
he was
and in
working
a certain
at
way,
an abandoned
seeing this
building.
man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down
I'm
at
not
the
sure
body.
if it's dead. 'Cause
And then
it
she
was on the
turned
first
and
floor.
ran.
Okay, what happens after that? The end is never the end, is never the end. I am back in 427. So I guess that was a death.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Alright, nothing's going to happen if I keep on trying the doors. I guess that was the death of awaiting input. Waiting input. Nope, can't do anything there.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it
425
didn't make
has
a
a
single
door on the
difference,
other side.
nor did it advance the story in any way.
I guess that was a death ending.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Really? Really? Let's go to the left and let's go up this time. And why do the doorknobs sound like a keyboard? There's the
Yet
meeting
there was
room.
not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might... Oh no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
Yeah, I don't even need to say much because the
Coming to
narrator's
a
saying
staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
that's not the boss's office. Why is this building so drab? Boss's office is red. Executive bathroom. I guess I can go into the bathroom. No reflection. Yeah, of course, because reflections take a lot of resources. To be rich isn't a crime. To commit crimes isn't rich. What life would it be to have to pick just one? Yeah, I've got choices in this game. Time magazine. Who the hell sits on the toilet enough to read a magazine? Wait, I can actually go back out? For some reason? Oh, secretary's desk. Let's snoop around. If there is a door there. That the office? Or is that the office? It kind of looks like a meeting room. This doesn't look like an office at all. So let's go in here.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human
This
life.
is the office.
Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this.
Next
What dark
playthrough, I'm going
secret
to go
was
into
being
the other
held
room.
from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Okay. Wait. I'm going to try inputting the time that I put in earlier.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never, yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Right, so that door closed and the wall opened up. Do I get to interact with the keyboard anymore? Should I have looked at some more stuff? Is the phone going to ring behind me like a creepy little thing? Oh, why does it sound creepy in here? Okay, not going to the elevator, not yet. Well, there is nothing in the corner, so I guess I have no choice. Oh, that's much better. It's brighter. Loading.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
So the boss disappeared. There's a strange keypad that opens up the wall. And I can actually go back up.
Whoops. Nope. Never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up.
I'm just trying to defy the narrator.
Why did
every time
Stanley
I can.
do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's
Maybe not.
Great question. I just can't wait to find out.
Maybe not, because he's not a normal person. I'm just checking. I'm just making really sure.
Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office. Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is.
Okay.
What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have, an incisive rapid fire of critical plot points, one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative. Wow. I'm bolted to the edge of my seat. Incredible. Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again.
What if I go back up after this?
How does he keep coming up with all of this?
I wonder what he's going to say if I go back up. I'm just going to try to annoy the narrator. Just for the sake of it. Just for the sake of it.
Did you think we were going to go forward down the spooky corridor? No. It's time once again to go back up in the elevator. I can't even begin to grapple with what might be up there. Is it the boss's office again? Or what if it's the boss's office this time? The suspense is killing me.
I'm going to waste your time, narrator, until you get tired and beg me to please go down the corridor. No, I'm going to run to the boss's office.
Oh my God, it's the boss's office. This absolutely changes everything for me. Give me a time out here for a minute while I process this.
Okay. Coffee.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, you are?
I'm prepared to embrace this stunning revelation and to move forward with... No, wait. No, I need more time to process.
You do? More coffee. My back is hurting.
All right. I have fully come to terms with it. Of course. Going back down in the
I'm going to come back up.
How did I not
just get
anticipate
ready.
it? I mean, sure, now it's obvious, but you have to understand that 30 seconds ago, this kind
Why
of
the
thing had
face
never
palm?
been attempted before. I had no frame of reference to even anticipate it. That's just how revelatory Stanley's decision-making is. A breath of fresh air in a landscape of storytelling that has grown stale and repetitive.
Yes, stretch. Stretch, why is the top kimchi not working either? Why? Oh, you are drowning me. Something
You know
about
what? I've just thought of
my
something.
stream is not
Hold
working.
on, let's stop for a moment. Don't you realize? It's the anticipation, Stanley. You and I, we have no way of knowing what will be at the top of this elevator. But the suspense, the agony of waiting and anticipating and having to guess, that's the real thrill. Oh, I simply don't want to let that feeling go. It's so precious. So
Now he's not
fleeting.
letting me out.
Why don't we take this elevator ride nice and slow? There we go. Isn't this so much more exciting? You know, Stanley,
I wanted to
it
see
seems
these,
like
but-
nowadays the only thing that audiences want is to be shocked as loudly and frequently as possible. They want big, explosive moments flung right in their faces from the very moment that things get started.
That's the quirk I
Where's
had
the
with horror
tension?
games.
Where's the trust in the audience to build a slow and nuanced appreciation for the story, the characters?
Oh my god, I
Why
love
aren't we
how
given time to
complex
imagine
the
the
narrator
surprises?
is.
To have to think and to anticipate and then to marvel at the eventual reveal. This is storytelling, Stanley. What you and I
eventually-
are doing right now. This is the most exciting narrative to be developed in years. And it's really all
Eventually
because
the
of you.
narrator's gonna get tired.
You're the one who took this bold step of revisiting the exact same locations over and over. Truly, I mean it. This is unique and different. It's not like anything
If
else out there. You see,
Stanley
I
is,
want stories that surprise me, Stanley.
mentally
I want to
disordered.
have to think. I want to be engaged
I'm worse.
and not pandered to. We're being fed such unimaginative drivel all the time, and we all know it, which is why we're so starved for content that makes us feel sharp and vital and alive.
Alright.
That's why people like you so much, Stanley. Because you're not afraid to spit in the face of tradition. You're a role model, you know? People look up to you. Which is why... Oh, I didn't know when to spring this
I've
on
already
you, but...
sort of
well,
drowned the
I've
narrator
gathered a
out.
little press conference for you.
Oh,
so
you
that you
have?
can talk about your work and your storytelling and your life.
Oh, really?
Yes, I know you're not much for the public eye, but I thought it would especially mean a lot to the people who have been following you from the beginning. They really look up to you, Stanley.
people in
I don't know
chat.
if you realize the impact
The
you have
people
on
in
them.
chat.
This is the kind of gesture that
My
might leave a
great friends
tremendous
who've been
impact
following
on
me from
them
the
for
very
the
beginning.
better. Oh, good, we're here.
Oh wow, it's different. So I can't go down.
Okay, the room where we're holding the press conference should be just around the corner here somewhere.
I'm not sure if this is supposed to happen. Like if this is a trick, that a secret. But I've sort of found it just by being an a-hole. World peace, baby.
Ah, yes, here it is, just through this door.
That door? Or that door? I wanna jump. I can't. Oh, I can crouch. I know I can crouch. I can't go underneath the ropes because it won't let me. Just through this door. Why is everything red carpeted and nice looking, and the door I have to go through is there? You sure I can't go back to the elevator to go back down? Are you sure? Are you absolutely certain? Yeah, it's closed. Fine. He doesn't want to waste electricity on me. Fine, fine, fine. Live on stage. Why all lies on Stanley? Yikes, that is creepy. Doing great. Wait, a conversation with Alexander the Great.
All right, are you ready? I've told them you're going to speak a little bit about the nature of surprise in storytelling and what it means to craft a truly unpredictable narrative. Oh, don't worry, you'll do great. Just be yourself and speak from the heart. I'm really proud of you, Stanley.
Thanks for showing me the cool skateboard trick in the parking lot.
Go get 'em.
Break a leg, champ. I probably will literally break a leg. Why is there like a huge matchstick? Or is that a golf? Oh, it's a golf course. Golf putty course. I didn't get a golf putty to play that with. I don't? Fine. I don't have any choice in where to go. Why is it pitch black? Oh, you never saw this? That's how complex the game is. This game just keeps on giving. Excuse me?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Excuse me? There's a door open there. But there's nothing there. Okay, this is just weird. I am back. I am back. In this never-ending office.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, fine. I won't play with the elevator anymore. And I'm going to
Yet there was
go
not
to
a
the
single
other door.
person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office,
broom
hoping he
closet's
might find
closed.
an answer there.
The broom closet's closed because I went in there too many times.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay, let's do everything that the narrator wants me to do. This time. Executive bathroom. Check, nothing's changed. This door opens into a corridor with another elevator. Wow, I can actually get into the elevator? Alright. So that can happen. Let's just do everything that the narrator wants me to do this run. Just for this run.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
Shut up.
That kind of anxiety isn't healthy.
Shut up.
So
I'm Korean.
For a few moments,
it's not anxiety, it's
new
Korean.
age music.
I am Korean. Open this up. I am impatient. Bali bali. See, I get
Feeling
this is why people
and
speed run.
rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Just straight there. I'm just going to keep on moving as fast as I can. I'm just going to let the narrator do whatever he wants to me. I'm going to try the other elevator too. Now, you probably never saw that that other stage part because I like to do things differently. Really different.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
And I also have another choice to go through this gate, but okay. Let's ignore that for now. There's a gate there, and I guess if I get mind controlled, I jump through the gate and down to Doom.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Whoa.
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself.
Is that a button?
Did he have the strength to find out?
Oh, that was a light button. That button turned the lights on. Okay, there's a button for the cameras. And nothing else on the other desks. Guess I'm pressing it.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed.
Oh.
Each bore the number of an employee in the building.
Can you actually
Stanley's
see
co-workers.
anything?
The lives of so many individuals reduced to
so
images
far
on
away.
a screen. And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Oh, I didn't really get to look at it. I want to look at it again. I want to look at 427. Wait. 427 is there. Smack dab in the middle. It's going to change. Yeah, it's just an empty room. All of them are empty rooms. Holy crap. I didn't think this game was, like, this complex. But it is.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
I guess he's in a mind experiment.
He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible?
Go back.
Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Wait, why do I have a message? Wait, just 1 second. Oh, 1 second. Oh, okay. So I'll tell you what happened. I purchased a hose, for my dehumidifier, and it came by a courier who I've known for 8 years, and he's like a really, really good courier. He even knows me by face, but the thing was, the box was not at my door, but it was marked as delivered. So I just couldn't believe that guy could have made a mistake. I was baffled beyond my wits. So I sent a message to him, can you please try and find it? And I also called the seller telling them what happened. And after that, a few hours later, I came home and the box was at my doorstep. So I thought, oh, the guy, had a bad day and put it somewhere else. Or I just absolutely couldn't see the package. And they put it back on the door. So that's what I thought. And I just didn't even think much about it. I contacted the seller saying that I got the package. I think he brought it back. But then I get a message from a courier saying, oh, I'm sorry, I just couldn't find it. If you text me your bank account number and how much the money was worth, I'll wire it to you. And I think I need to reply to this. After it came back. Alright, bear with me. Okay, done. Oh, this... You know what? How many couriers do this? How many couriers actually offer to pay for whatever? And he's like... He has never made a mistake before. He has never made a mistake. He knows how to open my complex door, and he knows exactly where I like how many steps next to the door I like my parcels. So I just did not think that he would make a mistake. And, you know, this just shows he wants to take responsibility for something that's not his fault. And, wow, I'm just awed. Yeah. Guys like this need to get a raise. Alright.
But
Where am I?
here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Really? I didn't see any emotions. Or do those colors mean something? What's the meaning of this central red place? Console disabled, of course. Let's move along. 5, 4, 5. What's happening? I can't go back up there, can I? The mind controls idle, waiting input.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation. Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go. Turn the controls off.
I'll do that next time.
And leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then?
2.
Let's say, 2 minutes. Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley?
Where's the
it's
other
your
button?
time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires.
Oh, maybe I need
this
to press
is
it
much
again.
better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off.
2.
But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me.
Shut up.
Where we're
Where's
going,
number 3?
what all this means. I barely know where to start.
3.
What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before
That's
you're
5
obliterated.
up there. I need to find 4.
I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them.
Where's 4?
I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free.
Where's 4?
Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office
Where's
forever,
4?
pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though. This version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much.
Shut up, narrator.
What? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock, why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off?
Yes, I mean, like the buttons.
Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge, it's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world.
Maybe the sounds matter.
But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. Just you being blown to pieces.
What does that mean?
Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever after.
Jeez, I couldn't figure it out, because there's no zero. Oh, I want to know what that code is. Why is there a zero?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Excellent timing.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Is that broom closet still locked?
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Go straight to the
I think
controls.
we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Quelle surprise.
Thank you for skipping that. I actually wanted to go to the other one, but fine. Also, hello, Burger. Welcome. I'm just going to do everything the narrator tells me to do, really, this time. No, but before we do that...
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Oh, there's also the escape that I can go to. Oh, I want to look at the code while
the lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
I wasn't sure if I was going to like the game, but I do.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
197, 198, 199, 200. There's one without a number. Right there. And there's a doorway leading up to it. There are some without numbers. Wait, what does it say up on the top? Pirates? Okay. Guess it doesn't matter. Let's be a good person and do everything they want me to do.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time?
Open the
Was this the only
freaking
reason he
door.
was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't
so I'm
accept
actually
it.
going up.
His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent
time I'm
his
going to this
entire
gate.
life
Before I
utterly
go into the white
blind
elevator.
to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy
Yeah, let's
or
try
sad
pressing the
or
buttons in
content.
order.
Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Does it even matter the sounds they make? Oh, I can't go up to number 4. Oh, okay. Won't let me, not now. 0142 0001 0142 0001. And there's a number up there which I can't really see. I think that says 0521. 0521 is there. There's an exit door which won't open. I can't figure out. I've tried adding it all, but it doesn't give me a five digit number. Wait a second. If it says console disabled, I tried using a mouse. Those numbers have to mean something. True, it could be random numbers. I'm just going to try listening to the numbers again. Just bear with me. I'm trying something new. Okay, 1. Yeah, let's go to 5 instead of... So that probably means it's wrong. Let's go back to 1. And then 3. One, 3. Let's go to 2. Five. 1, 3, 2, 5. Yeah, they're making different sounds. I do need access to 4. That probably means it's wrong. 135. Nope, that's wrong. It's 1. No. It could be just random. It could be just random sounds. One, 3. I need the 4. I need the 4. How about 135? One, 3, 5. Two. All right. One. I think the code changes every time or something. They're both wrong. I do not get this. I really need to know the number. The only one I haven't pressed is 2. And who says you can't press a duplicates? Or maybe I should count the numbers. 2 1s. 3 1s. 4 1s. 4 1s. 3 2s. No 3s. 4 1s, 3 2s. Maybe I should press it until I get that sound. Could be random. Oh man, I'll probably need a guide for this. Or maybe I need to play the game a few more times to understand. Alright, I'm going to do what the narrator wants me to do.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power,
turned it off, like you wanted me to. And?
blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
No.
Yes. He had won.
I'm back in
He had
47.
defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved.
Exactly.
Where had his co-workers gone?
And what
How
are
had
those
he
numbered
been
buttons?
freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do,
Open.
or how to feel.
Open.
Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It
green
was
pastures.
perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
How about no? How about no? How about no? I'm just going to stay here for a while because, look, doesn't it look a bit fake? Like, this looks like the set of Truman Show. Looks like I'm still being mind controlled. Maybe if I wait a bit, the narrator is going to say something like, why aren't you going through the door? No, because I don't want to. Say something! Say something! Oops. Say something. I am pretty sure if I'm pretty sure if I stay, we're going to be here for a while. I'm pretty sure if I stay for like 5 minutes or something, he might say something. Ah, screw it.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way,
to go to the escape
right now,
route.
that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Normal ending. If you do everything, achievement unlocked to beat the game. You are kidding me. I'm so puzzled.
How long was I sitting there? Stanley wondered to himself. Minutes? Days? Centuries? Did something crucial happen while my senses were turned? He made a note to be more careful with time from now on. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Ugh, I didn't mean to speedrun, but I am.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go
Achievement
up to his
unlocked.
boss's
It's
office.
achievement.
Hoping he might coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Yeah.
Here's the door, just go.
Alright. Alright. Thank you for that. Thank you for not being repetitive. Yeah, let's go to the escape route. And then, next time, we're going to the other elevator, where we can choose to go up or down. Let's go up just for the sake.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
No, I didn't.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Are you sure? You can't jump?
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
I don't care. I'm going straight
At
ahead.
this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Can I go back? Wait, this corridor is like... Oh, I thought it was Euclidean. But no, it's an actual physical corridor. I wonder how the crouch
Of course,
function works.
Stanley thought better of it and realized he simply had too much to live for.
Actually, no.
Nope, still on board with death?
Maybe not. Go ahead with it. Nope, I'm going back. Make up your mind already. Nope, I'm going back. Oh, the narrator's patient with me now. By this time, I think he knows that I'm not a normal person. To death we go. Alright. What kind of a death? What kind of a death, where I can't crouch through? You know, there was a video titled Unlocked Jump. Alright. That's it? Really? Oh no, it isn't. Whoa. Somehow I survived that fall.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss,
So
like plucking the
That's
eyeballs
what
from
jump
a blind
meant.
man.
I can't jump to that
So
side.
he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Uh-oh. What?
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Maybe not. Maybe not. Stanley? Of course. The game won't show me that. The Stanley.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Are you serious? Are you serious? I didn't get to see.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Yeah, I sort of got that office layout. I guess that is 427, where I started. Oh, so this is like a mini map. And then the two doors I could go through. Yeah, this is where I started. There are no doors I can actually go through. I actually have to go all the way through this and here. And it goes into the meeting room, and there's no layout for the meeting room. The office. I don't think I can open any of these doors. Button sounds. Selection of sounds used throughout the game when buttons are pressed. Each sound in a mix of a keyboard stroke and a synthesized one. Alright, so this is kind of the making of portion of the game, I guess. Filing cabinets, assets, office computers. I can turn them off. And I can't turn them back on. Credits. It seems like I have 2 corridors. And this time I'm going right from here. Office clock. Boss's office.
Big red button.
What? What? Artworks. Narration outtakes.
Stanley pushed the number 6.
Number
Now
6?
then, this elevator for sure will get him right back on track to where he was supposed to be.
Oh, the narrator.
Stanley jumped in the river.
Kevin Briding.
And finally, he pushed the number 9. And finally, he pushed the number 6.
Wow, this is nice. A look
Now look
into
closer,
how the game
Stanley.
was made.
See how it's impossible for the player to do anything in this room.
Okay, nice take. Freedom ending. Okay. Monitor room elevator. Huh. Nice. Countdown disc. So all the assets in the game put into rooms. Z ending. Early version of the ending. Oh, it was cut and merged. Z ending levers, which I'm not going to have access to. Escape menu. One option. Oh. Okay. What about this? Doorway to maintenance in the lounge. 2 doorways to maintenance. The other entrance would be hidden depending on how you entered. Okay. 1 doorway to maintenance in the lounge. And the original back on track option. Right. So these are hints. So there is a way to the maintenance in the disobey room. Disobey corridor. Got it. Z ending model. The apartment timer. Not picking up the phone would lead to a different ending. The cargo lift. Yeah, there are stuff that I still need to see. A lot of stuff. Dear narrator, will the Stanley Parable have infinite quests? How many endings? How do you make a JRPG? How do you make the worst game ever? Narrator emails. Game design mock-up. There are shackles there. Wait a second. Stanley's office. The music changed. Why? Okay, we're back here. Oh. The countdown desk actually had a button. Wait a minute, that changes everything. Maybe I can get to the countdown.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they
I want
both
to try the
wish to be
countdown
free.
once again.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No,
Who's this woman?
perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save those two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game.
No.
As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice.
No.
Whatever you do, choose it.
No.
Don't let time choose for you. Don't let...
Nope. I'm not a quitter. Hello? Hello? I guess I'm back in the office.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Wait, what? New content? Wait, no, I'm just going to try the destruction ending
When
one more
Stanley
time.
came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his
Actually
left.
go into the destruction chamber? Oh, I love how
Yet
the
there was
game
not
changes.
a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided
No
to go
broom
up to his
closet.
boss's office. Hoping he coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Yeah, give me the corridor.
Here's the door, just go.
I'm just gonna try the Doom ending one more time. Now, I'm not going to go into the new content just yet, because I haven't gone to the other white elevator. And also, I haven't explored the disobey, the corridor enough.
Stanley walked straight
Maybe
ahead
I'll
through
do
the
that.
large door that read Mind Control Facility.
And I haven't tried the quit option in the escape chamber.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
You can make
What
this a little
horrible secret
faster.
did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself.
Oh,
Did
my
he
second
have the
playthrough.
strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life. Their true nature
Alright, give me
revealed.
the corridor.
Each bore the number of an employee in the building.
Give me the corridor.
Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen. And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
There's a broken one there. 234. 234 is broken. I wonder if the fired ones mean anything. Never mind. We might just see the destruction ending just one more time.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true.
'Cause I
Had
actually
Stanley really
ran
been
around
under
pressing
someone's
the buttons
control
and
all
I
this
didn't
time?
actually
Was this
try
the only
going
reason
back.
he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was
I
it
am
even possible?
very
Had he
frustrated
truly
that I
spent
cannot
his
figure out the
entire
button
life
order.
utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes. Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going. What all this
let's go
means.
back in there.
I barely know where to start.
We've got a little bit of time.
What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock, why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now?
Yes.
Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button.
Wait.
Or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? One solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? But you really believe there's an answer?
Wait.
How many times will you replay this bit, looking desperately for a solution? 10? 100? 1,000?
How did you know?
I look forward to finding out and to watching the bomb go off each time you fail. Just you and me in a glitching explosion of fire and metal over and over and over for all of eternity. And Stanley died again. And Stanley died again. And Stanley died again.
Okay.
Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count. Or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever after.
Oh, jeez. I just saw a door open there. I could have gone through it. Alright. I'm just going to leave that for now.
Gone. What could it mean?
I'm going to go
Stanley
to the
decided
other
to go to the meeting room.
white
Perhaps
elevator.
he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, ignore the new content for now.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
This elevator. Let's go up. I'll make the decision for you. Going up. I need a pineapple in my drink. When's it gonna stop? When's it gonna stop? Let me out. Let me out. Why does it look like I'm in exactly the same place? Does it even matter? A panda with a gun to his head? I'm like actually thinking, do these numbers matter? Do the number of books matter? Is that a clue? Are you sure there's no clue to the detonation somewhere? The beige pages, not the yellow pages, the beige pages. You sure there was nothing in the bathroom? No? Alright, let's go down on the elevator. Oh, please tell me that makes a difference. Maybe I'll just be a bit patient, because I need more tea anyway. So let me just leave the game and let me get some more tea to myself. Are we still in the elevator? Okay, so I've got water. I've got something called Jardin out tea. Jardin is a really famous tea company. Not sure if you can see it properly. This little package is a really overpriced piece of money waster. It's got a tea bag with stevia in it, and this is supposed to be mint tea. Okay, so dump the whole thing in. And it's also got a slice of lime. It's actually pineapple mint tea. Where's the pineapple? It must have pineapple bits to this. And this dehydrated piece of lime is going to become real lime. It's going to become a tropical pineapple mojito flavored tea. It's still tea. The elevator's still going. Nice music there. I'm pretty sure there's a trick to the arrows that you press. Just gonna try this one more time. Down and up. And then down again. That did not change a thing. And I can't seem to go back either. I have to go through this room.
Here's the door, just go.
I don't have a choice. I seriously do not have a choice. Yeah, mint tea is my favorite too, especially with a slice of lime. I do like mojitos. The non-alcoholic version. I used to hate mojitos for a while because when I worked in a hotel as a bartender, we used to make, I'm not even kidding you,
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control
day.
Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
And we had 4 bartenders making 2,000
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
So how much does the bar make in a day? About 90,000 USD a day. A day. It's an overpriced W hotel bar. Radio.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of
jump,
no
but I
great
can
loss,
unlock jump
like
because
plucking
I
the
saw
eyeballs
jump
from
on
a
the
blind
keyboard
man.
controls.
And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Okay, so that just happened.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
This thing has stevia in it, so it's quite sweet too. It just tastes so good. It's actually my favorite, but it's kind of expensive. I'm not sure what.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game back in his office, as alive as ever.
That cost about
What
$1.
exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
So, like, to me, $1 for a piece of fruit and...
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance,
especially when you can get,
death becomes meaningless,
for like
making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
I haven't been to this part. I don't think, anyway. Maybe I have. Warzone. During development, we designed an ending where Stanley would end up in a battlefield fighting allies. Right. Empty room. Narrator email. Yeah, we've been here. Move ahead. Move ahead. Let's try quitting out. Maybe we can go. Maybe we don't have to like quit out entirely. Maybe we can just go to the main menu.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. how they wish to control one another, how they both wish to be free.
Damn, now I want to go to the toilet. Okay. All right.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save those two.
Okay.
You can stop the program before they both fail.
Okay.
Push escape.
And press quit. Quit to menu. Okay. I saved them. So?
This is the story.
So? I didn't get an achievement for following orders?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
There is a place you can go
When
to.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
There's a way to the other place, other entrance to the right way. I saw it in the map.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
How come I actually didn't see this place when I went the wrong way the first time?
Yes.
Drinks!
Really, really worth it being here in the room.
Give me a
A
drink!
room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
What if I stay here a bit longer? Wait,
At this point,
time's
Stanley's obsession with this
5
room bordered
to
on
10.
creepy and reflected poorly on his
It's
overall
actually
personality.
9:11.
It's possible
now.
that this is why everyone left.
Well, I'll just stay here a bit longer then.
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue. But when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
Like? No, I haven't decided. I'm going to wait around a bit longer. Why is the place, like, so dirty? Is that another I Hate Monday? No, it isn't. Number 1 dad. These are number 1 dad mugs. Alright, I got the message, I'll go.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
Oh, yeah, that's the other place. No, I didn't.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
I'll try going that way next time. This is a completely different place. You know, the first place I went to, it was just an endless corridor, and Stanley just died after going crazy. What if I just jump off?
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Yeah, that works! Alright,
All of his co-workers were gone.
actually go
What could
down.
it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow, yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No. No, I didn't.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
So, do not jump from the cargo lift while it is in motion. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift, $5,000 except you die.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting. What? Really?
Yes!
I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful.
See, I make my own path.
Let me prove that I'm on your side.
Danger everywhere.
Give me a chance.
See? See, we can go to places that you probably didn't think it was possible. See, there are more places you can explore.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
How about this door? Right! Blue door.
Perhaps you misunderstood.
No, I didn't.
Stanley walked through the red door.
Hey, Autumn Jester.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
No! I will not. There's a blue door.
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
Yes, I like blue. I like blue.
You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place.
Okay.
Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles?
No, jumping.
Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far.
I still haven't been able
Let
to
me take a stab
jump.
in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option.
Oh, come
this
on.
already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
No! Oh, I still end up here. Fine then.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest.
Yes.
I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
Okay.
Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of inspiration come from? How did I know the game needed a third door? Well, it's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that
How deep is this game?
I felt it in my soul. You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one.
Are you sure?
Let's take a look.
What? Worldwide leaderboard? Good old Neo is offline. 2 seconds? .3% of players skip the intro sequence. Only the worst 3% of players chose the blue door. Compete against others to improve your Stanley Parable career. You're objectively ranked 9,328. Error. Friends list is empty. Do I get a friends list? Do I even get to? Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. It's fake. That leaderboard is fake.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors?
Yes.
Again, honest answers, please.
Or sort of.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some play testing.
Oh, yeah.
You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
In this game, the baby crawls left
No, this is
towards
not new.
danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life.
Why a baby?
I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective?
I will, definitely.
Be sure to keep notes
that
on your
I'm
experience.
Going to listen to. Oh, let it burn.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done.
At least open
It's
the door.
over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game, just to ease the pain? Let's see. What do we have here?
Give me something.
Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Oh, please. What is it? What is it now?
Aha! Fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep
that
tower.
you, the
Perhaps for some
narrator?
sort of twisted, erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity.
Oh,
So
it's-
far,
it's
I
a
love
real game?
everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
Okay, at least open the door for me. Welcome back, Angel Knight. I didn't even know you were gone. Don't feel pressured, though. It's a chill stream. You can put it on as a background white noise.
No, it can't be.
What do you mean it can't be?
It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off. Oh,
What?
thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You really wandered off into that thing. That big, open,
I thought it
just
was going to be
wandering
Red Dead
around. No
Redemption.
right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any...
I'm seeing new things all the time in this
thank
game.
heavens we avoided it. We're out
It's
of
just-
the woods now,
Just
Stanley.
incredible.
Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls.
I'm trying to find a hole in the wall.
Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
Oh, what'd you have for dinner? I'm getting hungry myself. I might have a fruit salad for lunch.
Wonderful.
Excuse me.
See, this is exactly
I
what
know
I
what-
had in mind.
I know
Just
this
a
one.
nice big box for you to run around in. There
I
isn't
know
any
this one.
possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this
Chicken
game,
tacos.
I will be phenomenally
love
impressed.
tacos. I even have taco on my pizza. But you already know that.
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see.
You ride a car.
There are lots of
you
cars
throw
here
a
in the
ball
back, but
into
obviously
the
there's
goal.
no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is
Where?
this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together.
I've
Yes,
actually played
I think
a few
surely
games
we
properly.
must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball.
I was
Have
so bad
fun.
at it. Yeah, that ball is useful if you're a car. Boom! Oh god, it's so hard to control it as Stanley.
Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun? Is it better than my miserable little story
Well,
that I
it's
worked
no
so
fun
hard
as a
on?
person trying to
Stanley,
kick the
I
ball.
have a thought. And I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if one ball generates a certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure, then surely multiple balls makes for an even more euphoric sports experience. I'm going to try it out. Here comes another ball.
Really?
Yes. Oh, goodness, that really does feel amazing, doesn't it? Stanley,
Actually,
I'm like a
it's no
child in a
fun as a
confectionery
person.
shop. I simply have to have more. I'm insatiable. More balls!
Yeah, one of them's going to run into the goal. One of them. At least one of them. Oh, this was way easier as a car.
Are you enjoying this, Stanley? Are you having fun? Is this a real video game?
Go into
well,
the
I sure
goal,
hope
please.
you're having a good time, because guess what? It's over. That's right. Your little fun comes to an end. This is my game, and what I say goes. You get to have fun when I let you, Stanley. Besides, you need someone like me to set boundaries for you.
Bottom of
Without
the mind
rules
control
or
facility,
boundaries, video games are nothing. Yes, that's what I am. I am structure. I'm your sense of
one
purpose.
of the side
And
doors
since you
open?
decided you didn't want to play my game, now I don't want to play with you either.
No
so
spoilers.
goodbye, Stanley.
You
I'm
can give me
leaving.
pointers, but no
See
spoilers,
how you
okay?
like it when I'm not around to set the rules. Somehow, I don't think you'll enjoy it
I got
as
a
much,
door open,
who
but I
knows?
accidentally
You're
closed
an
it back
inventive
up, and I
kid.
couldn't
You'll
get
come
into
up
the
with
door.
something. After all, you're the one who knows best. Take care, Stanley. Hold on. What are you doing?
Dying? What do you think?
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back. We still have so much.
Oh god. So this is supposed to look like an underdeveloped version of the game. Excuse me, I fell again. Okay. Like this is one of those games that give you more questions than answers the more you play it. Alright. I don't like having too many choices of where to go. Because what's my channel name again? I'm very, very direction challenged. And even with a map, I can't find my way around. I get lost in straight corridors. So this is just cruel. This is just absolutely cruel. Aimlessly walking around. 510. Right. 509. Let's check it with the numbers. Okay, I've seen that place. Okay, that's gonna take me right back. Yeah, I think this is where I get to somewhere new. But I can't open it! Radio. Wrong way. Okay, one of these has to be the right way. 508, 507. Yeah, I think I'm going the right way this time. 423. That has to be 427, the only lit up one. On the end. Of course. Of course. Why do I feel like I'm at home? 427. My cubicle. I can actually see outside it. Alright. So does that mean... Excuse me?
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way.
I actually
Once
like
this
the
ends,
narrator.
after it all
And I
comes to
hate
a
him at the same
close,
time.
then I'll be back. The end will be here soon.
I'll be back.
Very soon.
Okay, if you know this reference, then
I
you
can
are at
wait.
least 35 years old. Or love old movies. Okay. Black. If I'm back at the office, I'm going to dash to the toilet because I've been holding it for a bit of a time. Yes, I'm back at the office. It's time for a 20-second toilet break. You can time me. You know, when I used to work in W Hotel, I had to, if I wanted to go to the toilet, I had to go to the elevator about 20 meters away and then go 2 floors down and then go through another corridor about 20 meters long and, you know, do my business and come back in the time it takes for me to make 1 mojito. So yes, I am quite fast. Ah, thanks for the drink reminder. I also washed my hands too in that time. That took me, well, okay, over 20 seconds, but maybe way less than a minute. You know what? Some people who don't know the restaurant business actually tell me, actually ask me when I say, oh, hang on a second, I'm going to the toilet, and when I come back, they're saying like, did you spit your pee out your mouth and then just come back? I did wash my hands. I even used soap. I used a proper hand cleanser. I take hand sanitization quite seriously. I'm not at the level of like, you know, germophobic, but I do wash my hands about 40 plus times a day. I don't know. Maybe that counts as a germophobic OCD. I'm not sure. I'm just going to light up a cigarette before I begin. I am going to keep on going down the... Actually, why don't we go to the new content this time? Alright, let's go to the new content. The lid to my ashtray is kind of...
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
No, man.
New content? What does that mean, new content?
Wait a second. Close the freaking door. So I can go behind there. 9514. Wonder what that means. Still no doors. Among Us sound? Yeah, I have never played Among Us, so I don't know what sounds are famous or...
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Like a person saying sus.
As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable.
If I finish my work early, I'll do that on Thursday.
This sounds delightful.
Have it
I'm
done
very
by
excited to see
Friday.
the thrilling
Among
new
Us.
Ultra Deluxe content.
Sound alert. Yeah. absolutely adorable.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
Okay.
Is it broken?
Okay.
What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere?
No feet.
Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
Oh, it's Ultra Deluxe is the original game plus a DLC.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious.
I thought it was a completely different version.
Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
Okay. The jump circle.
All right. All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
I can jump. I'm not sure if I should rebel at one remaining. There's no door? I'm going to make the narrator like so annoyed. Okay, jumps remaining. Let's go.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
Yeah, I'm going to leave one. So you're not annoyed about me not finishing the jump? Alright. Okay. I can't jump anymore? That was exciting. That was really exciting. Another elevator.
Goodness, another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping.
Well,
Is this
I
what
got to
passes
jump.
for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could counter 30 trillion. You could put
It
that on
only
the
takes
box.
you 20
The
hours?
Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh wait, there's more. Very good. Yes, I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
More boxes that don't do anything. Sofa that doesn't do anything. Can I sit on the sofa? I sort of can. Yeah, I heard that buckets are a really important part of the game. But I haven't seen a single bucket yet.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar.
I
And
didn't
don't
pay
get
that
me
much.
started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In
It
fact,
wasn't
I'm
sale.
looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended,
me
and
the
I
achievement then,
intend to
Tommy.
find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable.
Probably blocked
It's
me.
my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such
One's
expectations.
not
If you're
on.
still with me, why don't we just reset the game?
No.
And we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable
No.
is really about. No frills, no gimmicks.
No.
Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
I'm just going to sit on the chair. No, really? We get ready for you. Gaze upon the glory of the amazing bucket. Okay. This office looks a little different. It's definitely different. This is not the office. This is not the office I started in.
Psst! Stanley! Come over here!
No.
In the vent!
No.
I want to show you something!
No. Of course not.
Oh.
You don't want to see the cool surprise I made for you? Well, fine. You're a dork anyway, so who cares?
No. The new content door is locked.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Actually, maybe no, because there are some things I haven't seen.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
I want to go to the red door this time.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been... But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley left from the platform and plunged to his death.
I was going to go to the red door.
Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
I'm sorry. I can still go in there.
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
All right, I'll go in the vent. I wanted to go in the red door. Okay, what's in the vent?
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past, and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret.
Dark Souls now?
Look. I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
What was it on before?
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched?
No.
Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
2013? No, it isn't. No, it isn't. It's $9.41. $1. Stanley Parable demonstration. All the awards that the game has won. And another hut. It's beautiful, I give it that.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism. 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim. It was Persona 3. It was all of them. And now, it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now.
Doors.
A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Memory Zone maintenance, and I can't go in there. Person of the Year looks like a ghost. Dev screen.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com.
The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
I can't get past the door. And there, if I can jump, I could have gotten past it. I can't go into the serious room. I'm pressing every key that I possibly have. I'm pressing them in combination with each other. Nope, I just can't seem to get past it.
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back to have it all over again.
I can go into the maintenance room.
Hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this?
Give
What's
me a
down
drink.
here? Oh no. God,
Steam.
no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Well, they were when I bought the game. Not recommended!
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is
Is this
obnoxious
real?
and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating
real?
than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art.
Hey,
I
thanks
suppose
for the
I could write up a handful
follow.
of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but
That
the game
was-
is already such a densely layered
That
web
actually
of
works.
profound philosophical insights
the
that I
follow
can't
alert
even
actually
imagine
works.
where I'd have the room to stick them.
I heard that it doesn't work, but it does. The new follower label doesn't work. Oh god. Oh god, you know, I've just dived into going back to streaming after about a 6-month period off. A lot of things are broken or like out of optimal performance. I'm just glad it gave me an alert and the sound alert. Not
Okay,
recommended.
let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I?
Got a lot
You
of
can
things
tell
to
me
do
if I'm
after I
preachy.
finish
Honestly,
work
you
on
can.
Thursday.
Oh, goodness.
Look,
This
there's
is
a
actually quite
recommended
shocking
one.
for me. I always, well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did.
This
but
is
maybe it
light
wasn't.
and airy.
Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure.
Oh, you know what?
Like I let these people down.
Reading
Perhaps
this
the
map,
Stanley Parable
is a
isn't quite
work
as sterling as I
point, sorry.
always remembered.
it's a huge map. Another one.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip
Oh
button?
my god.
Well,
They actually
yes.
got the
Yes, I think we can do
bad
that.
reviews
If I'm
and put
truly
it
too
in the
preachy,
game.
then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we
This
can
is
strike
like
these negative reviews
conditioning
from the
you
record.
to leave a
Only
good
positive
review.
reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
No, I'm not going to skip it, don't worry. It's a room with a skip button and nothing else. How about I don't? I don't think I have a choice.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll
if I
pop you
don't?
forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more...
Okay.
Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of Well, there's sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes?
What if I listen to the whole thing?
Unendurable by any means, but it's... Well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it?
It
But
can't
at
be
any
like
rate,
that long.
I do suggest that we not press the button again. I think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it.
So
and
now that I
Wait,
don't
how
want
do
to
we get
press
out
the
of
button,
here?
it tells me to
Where did the door
press
go?
the button.
Wasn't there a door that led into this room? Stanley! Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone. I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times, and there's no door,
sure?
Stanley. There's no door. There's just you and the button, and if you keep pressing it, I have no idea what will happen. I have no idea how long I'll be made to sit here, and more than anything else, I don't know how to stop you from pressing the button again.
Okay, so
I can't control
let's look at the
anything in this
time.
room, Stanley. I
It's
can't touch it, and I have to
2:50.
believe. I have to know that sooner or... Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again.
It's probably been like
Stanley,
23 hours.
I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person.
Alright.
Oh, hello. It's you.
It's been a
You're
month.
here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been...
What? No more talking? Is he dead? I have a feeling the door's gonna open on the ceiling or something. I hear weird sounds. The clock's gone. Oh, that sound is annoying.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed.
The plant is dead. Okay, give me the button. Nothing's happening, seriously.
The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end.
Nothing's happening behind you either.
Is never the end, 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 is never the
That pipe
end,
is
is never the
leaking.
end, is never the end, is never
This is
the
probably
end,
put on a
is never
loop.
the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end.
Do something. Not a game for Koreans to play. Skip button. Oh, the place is broken down now, but the walls are intact. Have I aged? Can I actually, like, use the ladder to get anywhere? Yes, the door's gone. Nothing up there. Press it again. Shrubs are growing. But the walls are intact. Okay, do we get ghosts? So it's a haunted place now. Even the new shrubs are gone. Zombies? I hear banshees. Yeah, it's a haunted place now. Definitely. Okay, that button is crushed. I can actually go out! What if I press it one more time? Or is it broken? Definitely broken. I'm in a desert. Yeah, that building has sunk. Oh, yikes. A scream, really? I can't go on top of the building. This kind of feels like the game Journey. Wait, what? Why? I am so confused about this game. I started in a never-ending office.
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing.
New content. Give me a second.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Ah, thanks for the drink reminder.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot.
Okay, let's
here.
try
not
to
really,
die this time.
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death.
I got it right the first
Good
time.
job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
I can do it, I can do it, I can do it. I can do it.
Even now, Stanley's office was a distant memory. What did it look like? There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting. Was it a painting or a photo? He could no longer recall. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
I can do it.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I will do that. Just as soon as
Stanley was so bad at following directions,
it's
incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
I can do
I'm
it.
not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting. In his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
How did I get it done the first time?
The meeting room. Yes, that's where everyone would be. Stanley just needed to get to the meeting room, and
Can't
from
I
then
run any
on, he would
faster?
never be alone ever again. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
The lounge was grand, majestic, perhaps too, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
You know what? The more I focus
Stanley was
on
so
it,
bad at following directions, it's incredible he
more I
wasn't
seem to
fired years
fail.
ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting.
Right.
Really?
Oh!
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death.
I
Good
got
job,
on
Stanley.
it.
Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
I got on it.
How long was I sitting there? Stanley wondered to himself. Minutes? Days? Centuries? Did something crucial happen while my senses were turned? He made a note to be more careful with time from when Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
And here it was, the lounge. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I can do it. I can do it.
Stanley was so bad at following directions,
I
it's
got it
incredible
right
he wasn't
the
5
first
years
time.
ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone, but in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do,
Oh my
Stanley
God,
leapt
it's
from
gonna
the
be 2
platform
years.
and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Oh, it's gonna be 2 years before I get this done. Yeah,
The
I
meeting
thought of
room.
that. I
yes,
thought of
that's
that.
where everyone would be.
Maybe I'll
Stanley
go from
just
the
needed
right.
to get to the meeting room, and from then on, he would never be alone ever again. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
It was
Alright.
okay.
Jump from the right.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
Yeah, the
Look, Stanley,
right side
I think
looks
perhaps
easier.
we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
As soon as
I'm
we
not your
go
enemy,
up-
really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been... But in his eagerness to prove that he is
Maybe
in
a little
control of the
more
story
up.
and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death.
Maybe a little
Good
more
job,
up.
Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Oh, this is frustrating. And I still
How
haven't
wonderful.
seen what happens when
Stanley
you take the
was
elevator
alone.
all the way up.
Finally. This is great, he thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all along. I got what I wanted.
Yeah, I think
When
I
Stanley
would.
came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Wait for it to be
Perhaps
under
he
me.
wanted to
Yeah.
stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
It was okay. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Wait for the right side platform to be under me.
Stanley was so
Try that.
bad
If
at
that
following
doesn't work,
directions,
I'm just
it's
going to try
incredible
the
he wasn't
forward route
5
again.
years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
Made it!
Really?
I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for
yes,
others?
That works.
Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Made
What?
it! Did you
I
see
don't know
that?
how to
Did you see
convince
that?
you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
I'm going to go through the
Now listen
blue
carefully,
door
this
twice.
is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
I'm going to go through the blue door twice.
Perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating
And
properly.
then we're going through the red door.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now.
I didn't think I would get
Don't you
stuck
see
on
that
that
it's
part.
killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped.
It's
And I
a
think,
circular corridor.
Well, I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
It's a circular corridor. Flop! Or maybe not.
What do we want? What are we looking for?
Space?
Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy.
Dreams.
I actually feel happy.
There's a door there. Could be the one I just came through.
No, wait. Where are you going?
Back. Into the office building, of course.
Oh, no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
Yeah, I'm not going to die on the stairs. These stairs look sturdy.
Please, no,
sick.
Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
Uh-oh.
Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
Okay. Oh.
No! Oh, thank
I
God.
lived?
You lived. You had me worried there for a moment. Now, can we please get back to the other room?
The other room. And it's changed. Yeah, I'm going to do it again. I just want to peek. It's turned green. Yeah, there's got to be something else. I like torturing the narrator.
No. No, what are you doing, Stanley?
What do you think I'm
Please,
doing?
I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
I'm not even going to hesitate this time.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that? My God. Is this really how much you dislike my game?
Yes.
That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation
I'm
correctly?
going to try something else this time. I'm going to see if I can jump diagonally. Oh, can't even reach it.
Maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
Okay. I think this might be the last time.
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
I'm sorry. I love bugging the narrator.
How long was I sitting there? Stanley wondered to himself.
This time
Minutes?
I'm going to take
Days?
the elevator up.
Centuries? Did something
all the way.
crucial happen while my senses were turned?
He made a note to be more careful with time from when Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
It was okay.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I now know why people were
Stanley
recommending
was so
this
bad
game.
at following directions,
Why so
it's
many people
incredible
love
he
it.
wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
Like
Please,
you, narrator?
stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
The other one?
Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
The other narrator. Why do I have a feeling I've been inside this storage before? Oh man.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you...
I should have let that phone ring.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go.
I can't move.
All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about
your day.
Gotcha.
Excuse me?
Come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
No.
Sorry, but you're in my story now.
Oh, you... Oh, really? Fine.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Good morning, employee 427. Press left on your controller. How about no? Oh.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Please press Y. I guess I have to.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
1 second. Oh my god. Why am I so dehydrated? Minty! Refill. I don't know when I can actually stop playing this game. Oh god. Okay. Pressing button.
But in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown,
fantastic discoveries of new lands.
I am discovering new lands all the time.
And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
There is no TV. There is no TV.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth.
This looks like an office desk.
Excited him terribly. So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Press Y to prepare
As he
dinner.
wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable. It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time. But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself.
I mean, we are all technically dying
He won't
slowly.
stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Okay. I'll try that. I'll try that. Thing is, nothing happens. And I'm like very, very impatient. I'm just gonna press it to annoy you.
Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
If that opens, it's going to be the office again.
I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose.
Type something on that.
I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button.
Please die.
And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
That is just weird. When do I get the buckets?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
The room closet...
Oh, good. You noticed my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
You sure? New content. Can't open this door. Why do I keep trying to open doors that won't open? Oh great.
You see,
More
Stanley,
elevators.
I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this Ultra Deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this Ultra Deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
You gotta be kidding me.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel.
427. Well, nice design.
This is what fans have truly been asking for. Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
2 doors. I guess this is what the devs went through. New mug. Not the I Hate Mondays mug. Doors keep opening.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Can't interact with anything on the floors. New features! Hi everybody! There's a bus. 2. Yeah, that is the show floor. Alright. I didn't get to go on the stand. I don't. Oh, I can go past there. Let's go. The Stanley Parable 2.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
Hear your name in the game. There are so many places to go to in this place. The reassurance pocket. No screenshots. Let's go to the button first.
For the Stanley Parable 2,
the door
I
closed?
asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Road to the perfect button. Alright. Let's give it a try.
Jim.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name
My
Jim.
name's Jim now.
But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim watching your dreams crumble into dust.
I am Jim.
Do you feel it deeply?
I should
Are
go to
you
a gym.
really, truly Jim right now? If so, then please step forward and press the button.
No. No! I'm not Jim. I don't want to be Jim. I want to go somewhere else. I want to go into the other doors. Why is there a huge white column here? Can't walk through it. I don't think I have a choice. No other doors are open. Okay, fine, I'll do what you want.
Jim.
Yes, you see? What a thrill, what a rush. That was you. The button described you. Do it again, do it again.
Okay.
Jim.
Ooh, it hits even harder the second time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money.
The whole,
Let's
yeah,
take
I
a
did.
break from the gym button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this
Sorry, I didn't
personal
see that message.
validation.
Jim.
Whoa there, cowboy. Sometimes a person can be too much, Jim. I'm putting the gym button away. Otherwise, soon you'll start to lose all sense of who you actually are.
The crawl hole, you mean, right? Through the fence? Yeah, I've been there. That's how I got here. Or is there another hole that I should be going into? That I totally missed. Or at least the door's opened.
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually save me the work of... An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley?
No,
yes,
no,
yes,
stop
it will go at the end of the... well, we'll figure that out later.
The reassurance bucket. Collectibles! There's an exit. I'm not going there yet. But there are so many doorways.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
What? Get well someday. Happy 12th birthday, Stepneys.
You
I'll
know,
go with this one.
sometimes when you solicit another person's
Get well
opinion,
someday.
it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy 12th birthday, stepniece, it is.
What happens if I chose this one? Okay, the office has decorations. Fine.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision, we're moving on.
I keep going. Yikes. How many corridors does this place have?
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until
did you
the
mean
end
this
of
hole?
time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
Yay! Hooey!
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
How about no?
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top.
How about no?
Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
I like bugging the narrator.
Okay, Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an
It's
extremely
Euclidean.
deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling.
That's where it started.
What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely?
Well, I threw myself from the
figured the
top
hole
of the
was as
staircase.
deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole
It was only a few
mostly
seconds long.
infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
What if I don't? What if I want to stay in this infinite hole? Say something. I don't think I have a choice this time.
Great.
Let's go.
Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas.
Fall
Oh,
again!
for heaven... You see, I was right. The problem is you.
Yeah, it
The
is.
problem is that
I'm
you
focused.
like holes too much. Not normal.
I went
A
in
normal
again
person
before you told
would
me
have said,
to.
Yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of...
Bonk.
Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you
Yeah, I
did before.
did.
I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above. Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where...
It's
Wow.
even shorter this time.
Okay, yeah.
How
I'm
short
starting to
can I
become
make it?
extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by
Let's-
the lax overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature
Let's
of the
make it
hole's
as
length.
shallow as we
Yeah,
can.
let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter. Well, there it is. The shape... How
Yeah,
is
that
this
is-
still appealing to you?
That is
I know
not...
you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on.
All right. I'm actually at the surface.
Is the, teleport button not working? You sure? Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment ago. Try it again.
Yep.
Still nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for.
'Cause I
It's
can't
a
jump.
win for everyone. You get to be with the hole, I get to do literally anything else. Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity together.
Come the frig on. You really went? I am flying. No, I'm not. Really? Really, really? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, the hole's going down. It's getting deeper again. I guess I'm staying in the hole now. Goodbye, world. It was a nice life. Goodbye. That's what Stanley looks like. That's what Stanley looks like. Excuse me? It's not a perception. It changes the BPM. I like this one. Red. Excuse me? Oh my god, cute puppies! Blue screen. How many pictures do you have? I like the puppy one. My head's stronger. You're no longer. I like the puppy one. Yikes. Oh, that Stanley looks cute. Those Stanleys look cute. That Stanley looks creepy. Yeah, I want to stay like this. I want to stay like this.
Stanley? Stanley? Stanley! Oh, good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it.
Okay.
You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodle-pip.
Oh, come on. Oh, come on. It's getting boring now. Are we going back down? Oh my god, this is so bonkers. This game is so bonkers. Okay, I'm back here.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
You heard Jim in the game. Not there. I want to go to the bucket. The reassurance bucket. Oh, they got merch. I would like merch. Where's the bucket one? There's an exit. There are also stairs here.
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
I can't find the bucket thing. 0 out of 6. I mean, this would actually kind of be fun. Where's the reassurance
God, it really
bucket?
is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward
They
for it.
changed it to mostly
Absolutely
infinite hole.
tragic.
Where's the bucket? The jump circle. Later. There it is. The reassurance bucket. The
A common complaint of
bucket!
the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it
Where's the
engendered a
bucket?
chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game.
Or is this the
It's
whole
the
bucket?
Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket,
Give me the
the
bucket.
many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be
But
honest,
give me the
it's a
bucket.
much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes,
Okay,
the
okay.
bucket
Now
is the
open the
perfect
door.
solution.
Open the
Come
window.
on, give it a try.
Yes. Yes, bucket.
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an
Can I
air of
fill it up with
charisma as
anything?
well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they? All this and more await
Can
you
I, like,
in the
just swing
Stanley
it to
Parable
destroy
2.
stuff? Alright, I'll try that. Go in the infinite hole.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
3 new and easy achievement. I want to go there first. For the lever, receive a new achievement. No more steps. It just works.
Now here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll come to
Alright.
the... Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be
Alright.
fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have
They're
been
kind of making a
uproariously
joke on
demanding
themselves.
this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
Alright, no achievements. Fine then. To the hole. To the mostly infinite hole.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
Not there, I think. I think it was this way. Wait. Is this door supposed to be closed? Am I going the wrong way? Ah, it's closed off. I can't go there anymore. But I can go into the no screenshot zone. Yeah, I can go back in there. I don't think I need to. I think that's just a corridor, just so that you can...
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's a... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle. Oh, well.
Give me
I
some more.
suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece, then.
You are kidding me. You are kidding me. A nice decorative piece. That's new. How about if I just... Settings World Champion. Maybe touching everything will get me that. Okay, let's go into the that's new. I think the exit I should go last. After this, the epilogue maybe. Oh, wait. This is the epilogue stairs. And I just come out here. Okay. Alright, there are some arrows here. Settings World Champion, mostly infinite hole and free achievement. Okay. Yeah, this really is the Stanley Parable too. Okay. I think the only thing I have left is the exit. Maybe I can try going in there again from the other side. Wait, why is there a different two there? Yeah, nothing seems to happen. To go in there, I need to do something. To go in the exit, you mean? The button's gone. I'll use every setting. Yeah, I thought so. The settings champion. Yeah, let's get back there. You touch every setting. Like, some settings I didn't touch because I don't need to. But, you know, of course I can reset it. Field of view, touched. Mouse sensitivity, touched. Camera sensitivity, I want to get that down, off. On. English, Deutsch, Francais, Italiano, Espanol. Music. I'm not sure if I said that right. Subtitle size, small. Background opacity, translation labels, color labels, content warnings. I probably need to touch these two. Yep, every single setting. Touching every single setting. Main volume I've already touched.
This is the story. This is the story of a man named Stanley.
VSync off. Borderless full screen window. Borderless. I don't want to touch this. Oh, thank goodness. Why is it at low? Simplified controls. Interact with anything. Okay. Pause, look, move. Okay. I guess I've used every setting. I've touched every setting. I did touch every setting. I did. Or do
This
I
is the story of a man named
change everything?
Stanley.
Apply. All right. All volumes.
This is the
Yeah,
story
I
of a
touched
man
everything.
named Stanley.
Simplified controls. Yeah, pressed it all. gameplay, field of view. Or do I need to spend more time on this? Every setting combination. I don't get it. Every setting combination? Oh, come on. What is happening? What is happening? What is happening? Wait, go back! Is this supposed to be happening? Still not doing it. Content warnings off, color labels off. Label size. Reset settings. Okay. Subtitles on. Oh, volume 1 to 100. Ah, okay. Okay, start at 0, I guess. Okay. Audio. This is... Oh my god. Oh my god, I am so not doing that. I'm so not doing that.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
That is going to be so grindy. I'll just not go in there. That is a grind and a half. No, not doing it. And I can't go through the exit. Okay, I've been to the collectibles. Been to the infinite hole. And it's closed. I'm pretty sure it's still closed. Yes, it is. There's a huge Stanley there. Oh, wait. What is that bridge up there? Wait a minute. No, not there, not there, not there. I've gone and seen the gym button. Oh wait, these no screenshots. The baby's all grown up. Oh god. $3.44. They can't seem to go back either. Enjoy. Yeah, that's the epilogue. Alright, maybe go back in there to the other side. There's gotta be something I missed. There has to be something I missed. Free achievement, the button that says the name, merch, settings world champion, office decorations, epilogue, collectibles, infinite hole, and the exit. Oh, I guess this is the exit then.
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to?
Well,
Ready to move
settings,
on now?
but I'm not about to spend 2 hours adjusting settings. Maybe later. It's an auditorium.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience.
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
Bring the old Stanley Parable back.
Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
No! I do not want it.
Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on, let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2.
The jump
Who am I
circle
kidding,
is the
Stanley?
infinite hole.
This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Peacefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, this is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead.
Now, I usually stream for about 3 hours. Like, exactly. But I think I'll play until the 4-hour mark today. Just because I have a bit more time.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
I can skip it. Great! Stanley Parable 2! Still with the I Hate Mondays. Still with doors
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
With balloons?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Right.
Stanley felt the bucket calling to him, begging him to pick it up. Why was he not doing it?
Where's the bucket? Where is the bucket? Oh, damn.
Stanley picked up the bucket.
God, the comfort bucket. How did I not notice that? I should have not picked up the bucket.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room.
I didn't care.
But Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Employee bucket.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How in snow? Never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room. And so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
Where was the phone again? Totally forgot. Alright, I can go back there.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers.
The broom closet! It opens!
Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy, it's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket. I can really feel it now.
Yes, it deserves a bucket.
It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
I actually wanted to go to the employee toilet with the bucket. Just to see if something changed. I can't feel the bucket.
You found one of them.
What?
One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these.
What?
Only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
I actually want one in real life. Oh, I was going to see if I can fill up the bucket, but I can actually go back down if I want to. No, I can't. Now that I'm here.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire, if not for the soothing. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
I guess I have to go through this with the bucket. Oh, geez, really?
Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, you know, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini-stands? Stanley figs? Or what about Stanlerines? Yes, I think I like that. Another Stanlerine under your belt.
Yikes. I can't press the up button. I did press the up button, but it's taking me down anyway.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine. Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Stanley and the bucket. Yeah, I did something that got the door open.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
Go up.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
Yeah, there is a little bit of a latency on my stream, so you have to tell me quite specifically, because I'm seeing your messages a little after
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control, never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world.
I have a lot of settings I need to look at. He could trust
no one except for the bucket.
Damn it. Okay,
but here was the
back
proof.
Here.
The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power. But at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn on the controls. Stanley gasped in horror. Had this been the bucket's plan all along? To take over the machine and claim the power for itself?
Think about the bucket.
How could the bucket have betrayed him like this? Stanley was prepared to throw the bucket away in disgust when suddenly an image appeared upon the enormous screen. Birds. Silly, silly birds.
Huh?
The control buttons became active again.
Huh?
Stanley flipped through one video of silly birds after another, and then it dawned on him. This wasn't a mind control facility at all. It was a facility for monitoring and surveilling silly birds all over the world.
What the hell?
The mind controls were only a facade to disguise its true intentions.
What the hell?
Had the bucket known this all along? Stanley marveled at the metal genius in his hands, the one who had pointed him towards this incredible discovery. Stanley and the bucket never found freedom because they spent the rest of their lives here in this place, living through live streams of the silliest birds imaginable. Of all the possible paths his life could have taken, this one was surely the best. And Stanley was happy.
Well, I ordered hard peaches and I'm getting them today. What the hell?
How wonderful. Stanley was alone. Finally. This is great, he thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all along. I got what I wanted.
I think the narrator is losing his mind.
Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him.
I want to go to the middle place.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was
and
not
go use
directly to the meeting room,
thing.
but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps no. Never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the... And so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
Yes! Oh, it's going down, not up. I don't know where I'm going now.
Oh, good, Stanley. I'm glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place eventually.
What?
You see, your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley. We've come together here
Broom
because
closet.
we care about you very much.
Broom closet.
It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere.
Yes.
The bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content.
Is it?
We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet, because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes,
geez, that
not
creepy
this
baby.
bucket that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story involving the Adventure Line? We could make the Adventure Line go somewhere new. Yes, yes, that's what the fans want. Let's do it.
I can't go back up. A new Adventure Line with the bucket.
Look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well.
Raw.
Now this is what the Stanley
I like the
Parable is
music.
all about. Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue?
Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Really?
It's as classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something up.
Don't tell me to give up the bucket, because I'm not. Why can't they even draw a straight line?
Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket.
Can't go there.
That's why I'm very proud to introduce a
No.
brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer.
No.
I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True, it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree?
No, I refuse to destroy the bucket.
Can you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does? Surely you don't need me to spell it out for you. Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
Is that a button?
Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket. I don't know what the Bucket Destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows. That is its singular personality trait.
I'm not going to.
Sure, I can hear you saying, how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters? Well, you see, if you were to really explore the Bucket Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits. What other object in this game can you even say that about? The Broom Closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of Bucket Destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for after this. Okay, the Bucket Destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it.
No.
We can't get back to the classic Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the Bucket Destroyer until you crush that damn bucket. Quickly now, the fans are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what they want. Hurry and...
Whoa! It exploded. Goodbye, Bucket Destroyer. Goodbye.
Bucket Destroyer, my prized creation. You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend. For the moment in time that you were here, you were magnificent.
Goodbye. Alright, so while it's loading, a quick word about my next stream. It's going to be in about 2 days, or maybe 3, and I might... There are still a ton of things I haven't seen in the Stanley Parable, and I love the game, so I might be playing the Stanley Parable again, or I might be playing the other game that I debated playing, which is Creepy Tales 2, which is a horror version of Hansel and Gretel, I believe, but it's based on the Grimm's fairy tales. Except it's a really creepy point-and-click game. It's supposed to be better than the first one, which I never played. So I'll decide what I feel like on the day. I usually start streaming at around 6:30 p.m. EST in the US. So convert that to your time. I do live in Korea, so that is actually 7:30 a.m. my time. So in 2 days, hopefully I'll finish my work and get all the actual settings looked over on my OBS so that my chatbot actually starts working. And then I hope we have a perfect stream next time. Okay, I've got to go now and get some lunch. So I will see you next stream, and I hope you can join me. Thanks for the follow, everybody. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching, and